Before we begin, pause for just a second. If you want stories like this to keep finding you, then like and hit the subscribe button. And leave a comment telling me where you're watching from and what time it is right now. Now, turn the lights down, stay very still, and let the shadows take over. Ivy thought she was lucky to find the apartment. Second floor, bright windows, hardwood floors, rent well below market. No strange clauses, no invasive questions. The landlord was an older man named Mr. Holloway. Quiet, polite, almost forgettable. She signed the lease and moved in. The building was immaculate. Hallways smelled faintly of pine. Carpets were vacuumed daily. Tenants smiled but didn't linger. Everything felt orderly, curated. At first it felt normal, too normal. Mr. Holloway began checking in, not formally, just comments in passing. Windows should be closed at night. Cold drafts attract trouble. Front door locks silently. Make sure you hear the click. Ivy laughed it off. He was cautious, old-fashioned. Then came the favors. Extra light bulbs left outside her door. Fresh flowers in the lobby. Small handwritten notes. Refrigerator magnets collect bacteria. Wipe them weekly. She smiled, amused by the meticulousness. But the suggestions hardened into rules. Turn off the heater when you leave. Energy efficiency matters. Laundry shouldn't sit overnight. Mildew spreads. Trash must be taken out before 8 p.m. Scents attract pests. By the third week, Ivy felt uneasy leaving the apartment. She noticed how often Mr. Holloway watched the lobby cameras. How quickly he appeared when a picture frame hung crooked. One night, she came home late and found an envelope slipped under her door. Inside was a single note. You forgot to lock the balcony. Safety compromised. Her stomach tightened. She was certain she hadn't. After that, nothing escaped him. Packages. Mail. Which closet held her spare blankets? Notes appeared weekly, praise for obedience, corrections for failure. I'm just looking out for you, Mr. Holloway said when she confronted him. His smile was calm, friendly, empty. Then the noises started. Soft footsteps above her bedroom. Doors clicking shut on their own. Cold drafts in hallways that were always sealed. One evening, Ivy returned to find her apartment rearranged. Furniture shifted. Drawers slightly open. Objects moved just enough to be undeniable. Mr. Holloway stood in the doorway. I thought you'd prefer a more efficient layout, he said cheerfully. Her boundaries had never existed. Weeks later, she found the camera, hidden inside a smoke detector. Her hands shook as she confronted him. He didn't deny it. Just making sure everything stays perfect, he said. You'll appreciate it someday. She left that night, packed only what she could carry, slipped out quietly as if noise itself belonged to him. She never called the police. Admitting it meant admitting how completely he had entered her life, how easily control had disguised itself as care. Months later, Ivy drives past the building. Mr. Holloway stands outside, watering the lobby flowers, smiling at tenants. Everything looks perfect. Everything still belongs to him. Even now, across the street, Ivy swears she can feel his eyes on her. The perfect tenant was never Ivy. She was only the latest experiment. I never should have answered the phone. It was a quiet Friday night. I was 19, working my first real babysitting job. The parents were out for a dinner party. The house was massive, old, perfect for any teen wanting to feel important. Just don't let the kids stay up too late, the mother said as she left. I set the rules in my mind. Cartoons, bedtime by 9, keep the kids entertained. Simple. Easy. Once the kids were asleep, the house fell silent. I settled on the couch with a book, TV muted, the hallway night light casting a soft glow. The phone rang. Landline. I frowned. No one was supposed to call. Hello, I said. A man's voice, low and calm. "You're doing well. I can see you." I laughed nervously. Wrong number? "No. Don't hang up. Keep doing exactly what I tell you. Everything depends on it." I froze. He didn't sound drunk, angry, or panicked. He sounded precise. "Who is this?" I whispered. "That's not important. Check the kids. Make sure they're asleep." I glanced at the monitor. They were sleeping just as they should be. "Good. Now don't move. Don't touch the door. Don't speak. I'm watching." My hand shook. I stayed on the couch, gripping the phone. Minutes passed. Then, the faintest creak from the top of the stairs. My heart jumped. "Don't turn around," the voice said. I obeyed. My mind screamed to run, check on the kids, call 911. I didn't. Hours passed. Or maybe minutes. Time distorted. Every creak, every whisper of wind made me flinch. Then silence. I stayed frozen until morning. The parents returned. I joked about the storm outside, laughing nervously. They never knew. Weeks later, I heard about a man arrested in town, breaking into homes, watching babysitters. He'd been doing it for years. Gloves, no contact, no harm, yet. I learned his obsession: control. Watching someone follow rules, obey instructions, feel fear without needing to touch them. I can still hear the calm, measured tone. "Keep doing exactly what I tell you." Even now, if the phone rings late at night, I jump. Even now, I check locks twice, doors 3 times. Even now, I wonder if he's still out there, watching, waiting for the next babysitter. Fear isn't always in the act itself. Sometimes, it's in the knowledge that someone knows exactly how you move and doesn't need to touch you to control you. The fear isn't over. It never really is. It started with footsteps. I lived alone on the 3rd floor of a small apartment complex. Quiet building. Mostly college students. Ordinary in the way places are before they aren't. Then the new tenant moved in above me. At first it was subtle. Soft creaks late at night. The kind you blame on an old building settling, on someone pacing in their sleep. I ignored it. Then came the whispers. They weren't clear, just low murmurs I couldn't quite place. Sometimes they felt reactive, as if responding to thoughts I hadn't spoken aloud. I told myself it was stress. Long work hours. Too much caffeine. Too much silence. Weeks passed. The sounds grew precise. Footsteps matched my movements. A dull thump whenever I opened a drawer. A soft, almost contented sigh whenever I sat down. One night, I came home to find my apartment door slightly ajar. Nothing was missing. Nothing disturbed. Except for a white note on the counter. "I see you." Panic hit fast and hard. I called the police. They searched the building. No forced entry. No signs of anyone inside. "Probably a prank," the officer said. "These buildings mess with people." I didn't sleep that night, or many nights after. Every sound felt intentional. I stopped turning on lights. I carried a flashlight from room to room, gripping it like it could protect me. Then things began to move. Small things. My coffee mug shifted just enough to notice. A spoon resting where I knew I hadn't left it. I started taking photos, documenting everything, hoping proof would anchor me to reality. It escalated in the shower. Steam filled the bathroom when I heard the door creak open. I froze. Then, 3 soft taps against the tile. Deliberate. Patient. I shut off the water. The tapping stopped. I ran into the bedroom. My journal lay open on the bed. The day's entry was neatly underlined, in handwriting that wasn't mine. I left that night. Slept on a friend's couch. Considered breaking the lease, disappearing entirely. The next morning, a note waited under my door. "Why run? We haven't started yet." Police dismissed it again. Tenant disputes happen. Stress can cause paranoia. You live alone. I installed hidden cameras. Silent ones. For weeks, nothing appeared. Then one night, the footage caught it, a shadow sliding across the ceiling above my bed. moving smoothly, impossibly, as if someone could walk along the pipes themselves. I broke the lease the next day, drained my savings, left town without telling anyone. Years later, I still check ceilings before I sleep. Every creak, every tap, every whisper sends my pulse racing. I've learned fear doesn't always stand in front of you. Sometimes it lives above you. In walls, in floorboards, in the air itself. You can leave a place, but the memory of being watched never leaves you. Somewhere, someone is still up there, waiting for the next tenant who thinks the floor is just settling. And that person could be anyone,